ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। कृष्णो रक्षतु नो जगत्त्रयगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्याम्यहम्। कृष्णेनामरशत्रवो विनिहताः कृष्णाय तस्मै नमः। कृष्णादेव समुत्थितं जगदिदं कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्। कृष्णे तिष्ठति विश्वमेतदखिलं हे कृष्ण संरक्ष माम्। Jai Srimanarayana, with blessings of Sri Chinajaya Swamiji. We're continuing Bhagavad Gita. Last session we went through the Chamasloka, that is 18th chapter, 66th sloka of Bhagavad Gita. We'll do a quick review because that's the most important sloka of the entire Bhagavad Gita. So um, the purpose of Lord Krishna's Avatara, incarnation, is to give this particular message. That is the whole purpose of Krishna Avatara. We went through the importance of Chamasloka in the previous sessions, but again, quick recap. So Lord Krishna wanted to give this message for uplifting the community, uplifting the everyone, right? Uplifting is not simply like, going from below poverty to above poverty, or getting having more money or better health, or I mean, that is very simple silly thing compared to what upliftment we are talking about. This is coming from the bonded state that we are in right now. We are all in a bonded state. We are in a state where we do not have the unlimited freedom, ultimate bliss, never ending happiness. That is not there. We are all restricted, bonded, bounded. So we, that is Atmas, all the jivatmas are bounded here, right? So we are taking births and rebirth again and again and again, going through all kinds of troubles. No one who is taking birth is completely free of all miseries, right? Everyone who takes birth, in this universe, not just on Earth, in this universe is going through miseries. So Lord Krishna wanted to give the message that will uplift, will be able to liberate these bounded or bonded jivatmas. Right? That is the purpose of Lord Krishna taking the incarnation, as Krishna Avatara. So Paramatma took the incarnation, and he wanted to give that message from the day one of his incarnation. But no one was ready. Nobody was willing to get that message, right? There are certain characteristics, qualities that one must have in order to get this message. So Lord Krishna waited, waited, waited. Finally, Arjuna is the one who at least showed the qualities of a devotee, qualities of someone who can receive this message. So with that, when Arjuna expressed his intention and surrendered to Lord Krishna, that's when Lord Krishna thought, okay, now this is through Arjuna, I'm going to give this message to the entire world. Okay, so that is this Chamasloka is the one and only one means to get the liberation, to get the freedom, to get unlimited happiness, bliss, right? So Chamasloka is the elaboration of the Dvaya mantra which Lord Krishna, Paramatma gave to Mahalakshmi in Vishnu Loka. And Dvaya mantra is elaboration of the Ashtakshari. We went through that. So this Ashtakshari, Dvaya mantra, and Chamasloka, three of them are called three rahasyas, three mysteries or three secrets that will, once you open them, once you learn, experience, and practice, it will basically take us to that liberated state, right? From this bondage, we will be liberated. Any questions on this? Okay, if not, so yeah, quickly, the Chamasloka is Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Vraja. So there is a precondition, that is Sarva Dharman Parityajya. That is, after giving up the thinking that all other dharmas or all other means, okay, after giving up the thought process that they are all the means for me to get the liberation, we have to give that up. That is a precondition. And after giving up, then consider me alone as the means. So it doesn't mean giving up all our duties. It doesn't mean giving up our whatever is called righteous, righteous duties or righteous actions. Dharma is literally translated as righteous. So it doesn't mean giving up the actions or righteous actions. It means giving up the thinking that my performance of those righteous actions will be the means for me to get liberation. After doing that, we practice the dharma, same dharmas Lord Krishna explained the entire Bhagavad Gita. All the means that Lord Krishna gave in Bhagavad Gita, that is, all the chapter names that, up to 18th, right? All are the means that Lord Krishna said. So practice them, right? And then, but while considering Paramatma as the means, we have to continue to practice. Then what happens if we do that? Aham tva.
Did you lose Paprasad?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Network issues.
Lord Krishna said that consider me alone as a means. So that alone is the most important thing. So that considering
We lost him again, right?
Yeah, I'm not able to hear
the
either.
state of liberation, it is Saranagati,
Varprasad
or
garu,
it
sorry,
is a
it's going
proper.
in and out అండి ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్షన్ ఇది ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నట్టుంది మీది.
Oh, one second.
జస్ట్ వాడట్లేదు.
One moment. So, is it okay now? Okay. So consider me alone as a means. That means that it is not our Saranagati that is giving as the liberation. It is Paramatma. When we surrender, when we are doing the Prapatti or Sharanagati, we are getting the sins cleared. I mean, Lord Krishna is clearing the sins for us, but it is not our action of Sharanagati that did not that cleared the sins. It is Paramatma alone who is clearing the sins, who is liberating us, right? Okay, so aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami, and he said ma suchaha, don't cry. Okay. Any questions on Chamasloka?
So, Varaprasad, basically, is it correct to think that, the Karma Yoga purifies the mind and Bhakti, then, devotion really helps us to concentrate and, we get ready for the Gnana. So, all those steps should be continued because once the end state, once we completely eliminate the limitations of us, like the Kama, Krodha, all those things, then at that point we'll be in a position to completely surrender to Paramatma or accept Paramatma as the only means for liberation. Is that correct to think?
Yeah, so basically we are having the karmic bondage, right? Depending on how much karmic bondage we have, right? We are not in a state to meditate on the self. We are not in a state to practice bhakti. Okay, so Lord Krishna gave us the first step is practicing karma yoga. Do your duties, whatever is suitable for you, whatever naturally is your, suitable for you. Just do those activities as karma yoga. Practice of karma yoga will eventually clean you. Will be reducing your karmic bondage. Will be cleaning, the baggage that we are getting. It will clear our manas. So then we are able to focus on self and Paramatma, right? So that is Jnana Yoga. So now Karma Yoga turns into the Jnana Yoga. Now, when Karma Yoga is being performed, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga are also supporting, but they take a secondary seat. Okay, we'll not be able to perform Karma Yoga unless it is supported by Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. But once we practice Karma Yoga, we get into a state where we can focus on ourselves. Then we practice Jnana Yoga. Now Jnana Yoga becomes the primary. Now Jnana Yoga is supported by Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. As we practice Jnana Yoga, we learn about ourselves. Once we learn about ourselves, meditate on ourselves, then we realize what is our goal. Our goal is Paramatma, right? And who is going to give us that goal? Paramatma. So then we start expressing our bhakti. We are practicing bhakti yoga. Okay. And we went through what activities that we need to do as karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, all that. So we now bhakti yoga becomes primary, karma yoga and jnana yoga supporting the bhakti yoga. Whoever is practicing bhakti yoga is not giving up jnana yoga, is not giving up karma yoga. Okay. Then now don't think these three are the ones that give us the moksha, right? That's the that 66 sloka. These three are necessary, okay, but not sufficient condition. So what Arjuna realized is, oh, these three I need to practice. I have to go from karma yoga to jnana yoga to bhakti yoga and keep practicing all these. I am having so much, karmic bondage. I am naturally affected by the prakriti. So it is not feasible for me to attain the liberation through the means of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the one that finally leads us to liberation, right? So he said, "Oh, I will not be able to attain the liberation," and starts crying. He's worried. Looking at Arjuna, Lord Krishna said, "You, I mean, don't think that those are the only ones that will give you liberation. You surrender to me. You consider surrendering, physically, we can do three ways, right? Physically, mentally, and with our words, right? Um, so we can express through our words, we can meditate in our mind, and we can physically, surrender, like prostrating in front of Paramatma, doing namaskaram, all that we can do, right? So surrendering is the means for you to get liberation. Don't think that they will give you the liberation. You continue to practice those three, right? I mean, one will be primary, other two will be supporting. So when we reach the state of bhakti yoga, right? Don't cry that, oh, I mean, I may not be having, I might not have done enough to get the liberation. All my sins probably are not cleared. Don't think that way. It is I who will give you the liberation because you surrendered. That is a precondition you met. Okay. But don't think that just because you surrendered, I'm going to give you liberation. Right? So again, that becomes necessary condition. Actually, it is a precondition that needs to be satisfied before we practice even karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. Okay, then Paramatma says, okay, you met your precondition, you are practicing, you're on the path to liberation. Okay, it doesn't matter whether all the sins are cleared or not by yourself, right? By practicing karma yoga, or by taking births again and again, your sins are cleared. It doesn't matter. I will get you released from these sins. I will liberate you from all the sins, he says. Okay. It is not that I have to keep practicing karma yoga till not even a micron of karmic bondage is left. No. Okay. Keep practicing karma yoga. It will guarantee that our karmic bondage will be reduced. That is guaranteed. But it will never become zero. If my practice of karma yoga makes the karmic bondage zero, then 66 sloka will will not be accurate, right? So if someone says, "Oh, I have to keep practicing karma yoga, and only when karmic bondage becomes zero, I'm going to get the liberation," that is incorrect statement, right? The karmic bondage will become zero, not because of I'm practicing karma yoga. That is the difference. The karmic bondage will become zero because Paramatma cleared it for us. Right? So we have a lot of debt, like maybe $1 trillion of debt. Every day I'm paying $100, $100, trying to repay the debt. With the conviction, that without cursing whoever gave, why am I doing all these things, right? With conviction, without fail, I'm repaying $100 every day. Okay, one fine day, even though there may be a lot of loan left, you know, the government will decide, okay, I'm clearing your loan. Because they are the ones who can clear, right? So, just giving an example. So here, Paramatma uh, is the one who is our creator, who is a supporter, protector, and dissolving and then recreating this entire universe again and again. So it's all in his hands, right? So he can decide, okay, I can clear the sins for you. So we have to continue to practice uh, karma yoga, leading to jnana yoga, which leads to bhakti yoga. And all three I'm practicing. One is the primary, other two are secondary. And if I don't get the sloka 66 properly understood, okay, then I will be in this perpetual cycle, continue to be in perpetual cycle. Only when I understand Sloka 66, the Chamasloka. That's why it is called Chamasloka. That's the last thing that we need to learn. There's nothing else that you need to learn after this. This ultimate knowledge. It is not that there is something else I need to do after learning Chamasloka in order to get liberation, in order to get the goal I want, right? There's nothing else that you need to do. We have the ultimate gift, ultimate gadget, ultimate means, right? So I don't have to take recourse in anything else. But just, yeah, okay, I surrender to you. And then will I be able to just keep quiet without talking, without even taking breath, breathing, without eating? I cannot, right? So I have to practice whatever is given to me. All these Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga are ancillary. Like they're I mean, if I am able to meet the prerequisite that there is Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Raja, all those means, other means become easy for me, right? So they're all um, so but I should not have any worry that am I practicing enough? Am I clearing enough? Is this my last in this body? It's like we don't have to worry.
Can I
And
ask?
one more question, Andy. Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead,
Somebody
Balaji.
should.
No, I will go after you. Yeah.
And so the concept of Jivan Mukta, does it apply here at all, Andy? In the context of Chamasloka?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Jivan Mukta, can you explain? What do you mean by that?
Jivan Mukta is the one who is in a liberated mental state while being alive, right? So, and the question is the liberation something that we only get and experience once we leave the body, or liberation means, is it something that we can actually experience? It's not experiencing Paramatma's grace. Is there something that we can he gives us while being alive, or is it only after leaving the body, or going to Vaikuntha? That's the question.
We can be in the liberated state. Um, okay, we can achieve that state of liberation and not leave the body, right? Okay.
Ah,
But once we leave the body, we'll not get another body. Okay. Got it? So it is not that we don't know till we don't know. I mean, nobody, even the person who thinks they are in the liberated state can't claim they are already liberated, because uh, we will not be the ones who would know, right?
yeah.
So so we could be in that state, but when we are in that state, we will not be thinking that uh, I have to come out of this in order to experience Paramatma. Okay, we'll be able to experience Paramatma in the limited state that we have because of the bodies. We'll continue to experience Paramatma, right? So it is not that we have to be leaving the body in order to know, right? It doesn't. So there is a catch here. Like if it could be my ignorance that I will think that I am in a liberated state. Okay. Or I could be really in liberated state. See, if let's say you ask somebody, like people who are applying for a job, right? Yeah, I'm just giving you an example, right? Like you ask, do you know everything? Okay. They may say yes. They might have read 10 pages in a book. That's the only thing that they might have read. And they read 10 pages and say, okay, I know everything. I'm the expert in this, right? But there could be a million other pages that they might not have read, or I'm talking pages as like things that we don't know, right? So it could be our ignorance that we think we are in a liberated state. Or it could be that when somebody is purely in a liberated state, they may know, but usually they don't tell, even if they know. So one who is claiming that I'm already liberated is typically when they may be claiming out of ignorance. One who is truly liberated, for them, they don't have to claim it. Okay. So again, that's a theoretical question because it is not easy to get into that state. And when maybe even like extraordinary people who get into maybe a portion of that state, if they start thinking that I am liberated, they're probably considering it out of ignorance. They're not considering Paramatma is the one who is supposed to give them the liberation. So basically, the more people are learned, the more humble they become. The more they claim that I don't know, right? So there is in the our prayers, right? Those who are in that ultimate state of bhakti, they go to Paramatma and say, I have done so many mistakes. I have done so much, and I don't know. I don't know much. I'm surrendering to you, you know. So that humility, even when they come out also, they are very humble and showing that humility. So somebody else may think, oh, these people don't know anything. That's how they will become. Because they understand that we are dependent on Paramatma. We are nothing in front of him, right? So if I claim that, oh, I am liberated, I am equivalent to Paramatma, right? I'm prematurely declaring myself, which is kind of ignorance. Those who have reached that state of liberation typically become so humble that others may think that, oh, these people don't know much. Right?
Gotcha.
And they may, they don't ask for, health, wealth, and all those things, right? And other people may say, oh, even if he is in a state of liberation, he should be able to cure everything. He should be able to have all these, materialistic things. He should be able to control everybody around and all that, right? But they don't try to do all those things. So, this is reading between the lines. So, if I am thinking that I am able to reach the state of liberation by myself through my own actions, it is going against the principle of Chamasloka. Paramatma is the one who gives me. When he is the one who is clearing me, okay, I'm always, surrendering to him. I'm showing that humility. I'm considering myself lower, much, much, much lower compared to Paramatma. Not even though I might have theoretically, Paramatma thinks that we are liberated, but the person who is in that state, that jivatma will be thinking, I'm so inferior, right? So it's hard to know. It is hard to know who is who has reached that state of liberation.
Yeah, it is true.
It's not that they will
So,
claim. I mean, whoever claims
yeah.
probably is not in that state. I mean,
Yes.
in short. And it's a good question also because if I study, the scriptures and I am meditating, right? And I am realizing Atma. I'm literally, look at the statements, right? I am studying, I'm meditating, I know, and I am self-realized now. I am equivalent to Paramatma, or I am Paramatma. Is completely against the 66, what Lord Krishna said. Isn't it? If I am the one who is practicing, I'm the one who is meditating, I'm the one who is knowing, right? I am the self-realized. So I declare myself Paramatma. I didn't even get the prerequisite. The prerequisite is consider me alone as the means.
In other words,
Not
that
your,
individuality,
not
the
your
ego should be gone completely.
right. So now
Then
here's the thing. I practiced and my ego is gone completely. That's also against Paramatma's word, right? So that question of, I am doing it, and that's why I got it. I reached that state. I am Paramatma, declaring myself I am Paramatma, is against 66, against the Chamasloka. And when Paramatma says, I am the one who is getting you liberated, right? So then I am dependent on him forever. So like there are two entities here. One entity is the one who is in a bonded state, and other entity is Paramatma, who is the one, who is the supreme, right? So according to Sloka 66, Chamasloka, the supreme Paramatma is liberating the jivatma by clearing of all the obstacles that are preventing that liberation. Okay, so no matter what you do, including your karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, your surrender, no matter what you yourself do, none of them are sufficient condition to get you liberation. I am the one who is giving you the liberation, right? So now, if the jivatma can never claim I'm equivalent to Paramatma, right? So jivatma is the one who is getting the liberation from Paramatma. If had this been jivatma becoming Paramatma by itself, there are no two entities. Like say, Sloka 66 will become invalid because jivatma claims that I am become Paramatma. So 66 is very clearly telling I'm the one liberating you. No matter what you do. Okay. So there must be another entity, Supreme Paramatma, who is liberating the Jivatma. Okay. If no matter what you do, Jivatma can never liberate itself, according to 66. If Jivatma is Paramatma, then Jivatma can never get liberation. Anomaly, right? So if Jivatma is, if there is a way for Jivatma to become liberated based on its efforts, then yes, I can claim, okay, Jivatma became Paramatma. But Lord Krishna very clearly saying in Bhagavad Gita that no matter what Jivatma does, it can never get liberation. So that means Jivatma cannot liberate itself. The Supreme Paramatma who has to be there to liberate. right? So yes, we may become, greatest magicians, greatest, people with a lot of power, energy, and all kinds of magic we can do because we may be in that elevated state, but still we are, we will be inferior compared to Paramatma.
But even for third stage, that Atma realization, still Paramatma has realized that, even for third one, right? The third one, self-realization,
For
right?
self-realization, for God realization, it is Paramatma only who can give. Right? Self-realization cannot happen by Jivatma itself. God realization also cannot happen by the efforts of Jivatma while we are in this body. By itself. It will happen, but only Paramatma can give. So if Paramatma is saying, I am the one who is supposed to give you, then it cannot be that Jivatma same as Paramatma. Right? I didn't, but this is good discussion. Last session I couldn't cover, but the we clear. There is lot of clarity. I mean, there is nothing that is not clear. I mean, very clearly, Sloka 66 says, I'm the one who is supposed to give liberation. So. Uh, Not only this, there are so many other slokas that very clearly say that Jivatma is always dependent on Paramatma. I am the one who is giving the, who is placing the Jivatmas in the Prakriti and giving the births to the Jivatma again and again. All that, right? Jivatma is the one who is carrying the karmic bondage. Jivatma is the one which will carry the Sukshma Sharira from birth to birth, and it will carry the ruchis and vasanas and all that, and they're influenced by the gunas. And I'm never influenced by the gunas. I mean, he's always separating himself from the jivatmas. Okay.
Can I ask one quick question?
Sure, Andy.
Like this in this sloka, right? Like what we learned or what we were convinced that um, with the support of these two karma yoga and jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, we will lead to a liberation. Of course, with the Paramatma's blessings, which is very much
Right.
clear. And yes, I am like 200% I am with that. But to me, uh, Paramatma is saying that unless you have this jnana, however bhakti you have or karma you are doing, whatever it is, have this jnanam that without me you cannot do. You cannot do
Yes.
anything or you cannot get. So can't we say that ultimately jnana yoga is leading to liberation? That he himself is clearly saying, whatever you do, have this jnanam. So
Yeah.
that is where my little bit
No, we need to have the jnanam of mm, the three realities.
yes,
Right?
that's why.
We need to have
So
the
for
jnana.
everything we need
As
a
I said,
jnana.
right? Just the jnana by itself cannot liberate us.
No, I know they are
Okay.
interdependent. Yeah.
I learned all the scriptures, but I do all kinds of heinous activities. Will it lead me to liberation? No.
No. Yeah.
Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha are like, they could quote all the Vedas. Ravanasura, you know, direct descendant of Brahma, doesn't he know the scriptures?
No, I agree, sir. I agree.
Right?
Jnana won't.
The jnana by itself doesn't give
It won't give.
liberation,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, but it is necessary.
Yes.
See, that's why I said, right? These three are necessary conditions: karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. you cannot separate them out.
Exactly.
I'm practicing Dhyana Yoga alone, no Bhakti Yoga, no Karma Yoga. Nobody can say that.
Right.
That would be like ignorance. It is embedded in it. All three are together. It's like white light is
Right.
consisting of multiple colors, right? So we have we need to have all the three. Sarva dharmas we have to. I mean, the karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga are the ones that we need to practice. Depending on our state, we could be practicing more karma yoga or more jnana yoga or more bhakti yoga. Now, only with bhakti we'll be able to reach that state is what our acharyas have said. Because as you can see in the 18th chapter, Lord Krishna starts with these classes and the duties and what naturally comes to them. Why did he mention all those things? Right? Because he knows we are in, a lot of us are in that lower state, not in a state of where we can directly meditate on Atma or Paramatma, not in a state of bhakti, always meditating on Paramatma, not no, doesn't matter whatever happens. Like even if I'm physically, getting whatever pain, it really doesn't matter to me. I'll be in that elevated state of experiencing the joy of Paramatma. That is bhakti, let us say. I mean, just simple words I'm giving. There's a lot of things that we learned. But so, like if suddenly I'm eating every day, suddenly I have to practice Ekadashi, and on Ekadashi, for 24 hours, we should not eat anything. We have to only chant the names of the Lord. Okay. Is it easy for people? No, right? So the one who is in that state of karmic bondage, it is not easy to get to suddenly that state of bhakti yoga. No. So Lord Krishna gave initially, okay, karma yoga. Practice whatever is suitable for you. Don't think of, oh, I have to do bhakti yoga, I have to do jnana yoga. If you try to do that, you'll fail. So start practicing with whatever you have, whatever is your capability. Don't think that you have to do those things and fail. While you are doing it, it'll become, like you become perfect enough to go to the next state. Okay, and then you to the next state. Only from bhakti you will attain me, he said. Okay, but bhakti itself also is not sufficient condition. Bhakti is necessary. So one could reach that state of bhakti, you know, um, in one lifetime or over a period of many lifetimes, right?
Mm.
So again, it all depends on our efforts and how much we are practicing. Now, again, our effort is here. Our intentions of going in the spiritual path is definitely there. That should be there. That's a necessary condition. Now, we shouldn't be thinking my efforts alone will lead me to Paramatma, right? So it is
Yeah.
Paramatma who will give me the liberation, is what we are learning from Chamasloka. So in Dvaya Mantra also it says Sharanagati, surrender to me, surrender to my lotus feet, right? Um, and why you need to surrender? Why do we need to surrender?
Because he's the one to bless us with everything.
Because that is our true nature.
Yeah.
So independence is not our true nature. Paramatma very clearly says that jivatmas essential nature or true nature is dependence.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, is not independent, dependent on Paramatma. So if I am dependent on somebody for everything, not just one, two, everything, then I have to surrender to that entity, isn't it? That's a natural thing for me to do. Only when I surrender to Paramatma, that then I have realized myself. If I have not surrendered to Paramatma, I cannot consider, oh, I read Bhagavad Gita, I am Atma. That anybody can read and say, right? But I am truly, my true nature is dependent on Paramatma. I mean, I am dependent on Paramatma. That is my true nature. So just knowing I am self is not sufficient. It is that knowing the true nature, oh, okay, I am dependent on Paramatma. I have to surrender to Paramatma. No matter whatever I want, whatever I need, whatever goals I have, whatever desires I have, whatever it is, I'm dependent on Paramatma. Right? Now, I may have a physical necessities, day-to-day things that I need. That also I will get from Paramatma. Okay, so that's why those who are truly realized, I mean, who is practicing this, the principles, if they want to, if they need something to be done, they will go to Paramatma and ask, right? So, and Paramatma is the one who is giving. So, whatever we are getting is from Paramatma, right? Whatever, not just the physical things, whatever the materialistic things, our energy, our breathing, our heartbeat. I mean, like these are the things that we don't even consider. Everything is from Paramatma. So, once we realize that, then we approach Paramatma for either, if you need something materialistic. Again, that is not out of desire that we may be asking. Maybe it's our part of our duty, and we want to serve the society, serve the community, and we need to fulfill some of the materialistic responsibilities. Then we go and ask Paramatma. That's fine. Again, it becomes a desire if I'm attached to it and then think that if I don't get it, then I blame myself or Paramatma. Then it becomes a desire. It does not become karma yoga. But if I am out due to my duty, I'm doing something, I'm requesting something, and if it happens, happens. If it doesn't happen, that's fine too. That is, if that is the approach that we have, then we are not deviating from Paramatma. And ultimately, our only goal is reaching Paramatma, reaching that state of liberation where we do not have to go through these limited bodies, so that we can serve Paramatma without restrictions, limitations.
Yeah.
So Jnana Yoga is not alone giving me. In fact, if we have to take Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, if of the three, which one is more close, right? That will reveal Paramatma is Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I agree. I mean, I understood, sir. Like, it's not like I'm not saying jnana will give alone. It is all three are interdependent. But when I read this many times, right, it sounds like unless you have this jnana, I mean, jnana trumps over these things. I'm not saying jnana will alone will give or one of those two will give. But for some reason, I understood like jnana is trumps over all these other, I mean, of all three.
Jnana is the basic qualification,
Yeah.
initial.
Mm,
Like if I have to do my job, let us say I need to have Java skills. Without Java skill, I can never do any job, let us say. Then that becomes a basic necessity. But
okay.
that will not be sufficient for me to do everything,
Right.
right? So that is a precondition that I need to be. That's why the Karma Yoga also requires jnana.
Yeah.
There is a jnana part in Karma Yoga.
Right.
So if I don't have that knowledge, then I cannot perform Karma Yoga.
We do
So
blind.
that's why like if you look at how Bhagavad Gita is given to us, right? Lord Krishna first explained about the jnana part, about Atma, right? Second chapter starts
Yeah.
with like we are
Yeah.
Atma, like
Right.
these are the three realities, and so the knowledge of the three realities is important to even practice Karma Yoga. So then the third chapter came Karma Yoga. Now after that, then Jnana is important. Lord Krishna said. So then Arjuna got confused and said, "Oh no, Jnana is important. So I will leave Karma Yoga. I'll leave the battle and then run away and all that, right?" So then Lord Krishna said, "No, no, no.
We should
You
do that.
cannot run away. Yeah, Jnana is important. The knowledge is important, but knowledge should drive the action, not to run away from the action. So if we really have the right knowledge, we will not run away from the action. So we'll perform the Karma Yoga. Now, when we are in that elevated state of bhakti, then these uh, of course bhakti yoga also people are doing the activities, but they are more aligned with the activities of Paramatma, like building temples, chanting the names of the Lords and all those, right? Those activities. But if we try to do it 24 hours a day, we will not be able to do it. We will start hating, right? So before, like unless we are in that state, it is not advised for us to do it, because there's no point in doing something when we don't have that conviction. So Shraddha is important, Lord Krishna says, right? So with Shraddha, we have to do that activity of bhakti.
Got it.
So yeah, all three are important. Bhakti Yoga is the one that reveals Paramatma to us, the true nature to us. And when we are in that state of Bhakti Yoga, from that state of Bhakti Yoga, we'll reach Paramatma. However, Lord Krishna is saying that your practice of going from Karma Yoga to Jnana Yoga to Bhakti Yoga is not the one which will give you the liberation. I alone can give you the liberation. Right?
Thank you.
That's good, Andy. So we'll look at the next slokas. Okay. I'll share my screen. Hope you can see.
Not yet. Now we can see.
Please chant. Idam tena tapaskaya
Idam tena tapaskaya
na bhaktaya kadachana
na
Bhagavadgita.
bhaktaya kadachana
na cha sushrushave vachyam
na
न
cha
च
शुश्रूषवे
शुश्रूषवे
vakyam
na cha mam yobhyasuyati.
na
न
cha
च
mam
मां
yobhyasuyati.
योऽभ्यसूयति
Let's chant together. Idam
Idam
tena
tena
tapaskaya
tapaskaya na
न भक्ताय
bhaktaya
bhaktaya kadachana
kadachana
न च
na
na
cha
cha
sushrusave
शुश्रूषवे
vachyam
vakyam
न
na
च
cha
cha
mam
मां
mam
yobhyasuyati.
yobhyasuyati. The Lord Krishna is continuing. Idam te kadachana vachyam idam. So Lord Krishna in the previous sloka, he gave the Chamasloka, which is the most mysterious of all, which is the only means for us to get the liberation. Right? He is the only means. Now that Chamasloka is saying that he is the only means to liberate us from everything that is preventing me from getting to that state of liberation. So idam, this most valuable secret, te kadachana vapchyam, should never be told by you. To who? Na atapaskaya. Na atapaskaya. Not to the one who is not practicing the austerities. Tapas, right? Tapas is the penance, austerities, that's the English translation. So who is not practicing the austerities? Na abhaktaya, not to the one who is not a devotee. Bhakta is a devotee, abhakta is not devotee. Not abhakta. So one should not reveal this Charmaslokam to the one who is not a devotee. Nacha asru shave, not to the one who has no desire to listen and learn. Right? So we should not reveal this to the one who is not practicing austerities, one who is not a devotee, one who is not interested in listening and learning through service, sushrusha, service, right? So, and nacha mam abhyasuyati, one who, not to the one who hates me, who is willing to harm me, who is mocking me, who is vilifying me, who is, I mean, that is a asura quality, one who has asura qualities. We should not reveal this secret to them. Definitely not the Charmasloka, okay? And rest of the practices, if they're not willing to listen and learn, they're not a devotee. I mean, they're not the ones who are at least interested, right? We shouldn't be telling them. Okay, one who is not practicing austerities, like always in the party mode and always enjoying, then they will not get it, right? So we should not be revealing this most valuable secret of what is the means for our liberation to the one who does not, who is not a devotee, who is not willing to listen and learn through service, and who is hating Paramatma. Okay, so of all of them, the most important one, the first and most important one is the one, like one who is disqualified, completely disqualified, right, to receive this message. That is Mam Abhyasuyati, the one who is hating me, one who is willing to hurt me. Right? Mm. So that is the um, one who is completely disqualified. So we learned earlier, right? There are 4 kinds of people who do not approach me. Who are they? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, you may approach me and
Yeah, who do not
uh,
approach Paramatma.
who do not approach Parma.
Yeah, 15th sloka of 17th chapter, 7th chapters.
Seventh chapter. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Gnani cha Bharatarshveda. Sorry. Um, Gnani, the first one.
People who
Sloka
do
is.
not approach me, 4 kinds of people who approach me.
4 kinds of people who approach me.
I
Yes.
don't, but not approach me, I don't remember.
Yeah. Moodhaha, naradhamaha, mayaya apahritagnyanaha, asuram bhavamasritaha. Right? So moodhaha is a foolish, ignorant people. They don't even know God exists. Right? Almost like an animal. Maybe sadhujantu also. Doesn't matter. Naradhamaha, lowest of mankind, who do not turn towards God. Mayaya apahruta jnanaha, people who are deprived of knowledge due to false and misleading reasonings. Um, so they're like they think they're more clever than the Naradhama. Means they know Paramatma, but they kind of think that they have the more knowledge than even acharyas or Paramatma himself when he is giving them. I know more about Paramatma than you, Paramatma. That kind of people. I mean, they give all kinds of false reasonings. If I if somebody else is you know if let us say a bhakta, a devotee is suffering, and one who is partying, enjoying, is having a lot of money, lot of reputation in the society, and they feel happy, and say, hey, what is the point in praying to God? What will you get? Pray to God. These people are simply enjoying. Let me enjoy, right? So, or your God, my God, that kind of reasonings. So, this God will give me this, and that God will not give. As if gods are different. I mean, all this. So, um, they are Mayaya apahruta jnanas, and Asuram bhava masrita is the worst people who have demonic nature, Asura qualities. Those who have extreme dislike of Paramatma, they hate Paramatma, right? Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, as examples, right? Even Duryodhana, he tried to imprison Lord Krishna. Okay, so Maya apahuta gnana and asuram bhava masrita. So the one who is having the asura qualities are the ones who should never get this knowledge, right? Why? What happens if you try to give this knowledge to them?
They'll, they will not get it in the first. They will not get it in the first place, but they can also misinterpret, do the wrong propaganda, and try to bring down the confidence of scriptures in people and misuse the knowledge also.
Yes, all are right. Yeah, so they hate Paramatma, right? So when they have so much hatred and you go and tell them Paramatma is a great guy, supreme, they'll harm you basically. So like if I try to sell something to somebody, I'm just giving example, materialistic example, and somebody doesn't like it at all, right? They can hurt also. I mean, especially the people who have the asura qualities, right? So they should we should never give this knowledge to them. And like maya apahruta jnanas, like even if we give them, they will not, they will try to, as you said, right? I mean, they will
Yeah.
give some kind of reasoning. They don't get it. And yeah, so the one who, I mean, they're not willing to listen and learn, right? So this Maya Apahata Jnanas and one who is not a bhakta, one who is not practicing austerities, they are basically they are mudhas, naradamas, or Maya Apahata Jnanas, right? They're not devotees. They are not practicing any austerities. They're not willing to listen and learn through service, right? So there is those three are, even if you tell them, no use. The one who is asura quality, one who is totally disqualified, one who hates Paramatma, should never tell to that person. Okay? So one who is um, willing to listen and learn, um, we can give this knowledge to them. And they may have, like, devotion may be there, little, maybe hidden. It'll come out, right? They'll become devoted to Paramatma. Again, not because somehow they get the energy to become a devotee. It's Paramatma's blessings, Acharya's blessings should be there. We'll come later. We'll go through the remaining slokas. Okay, so clearly, who is disqualified, who is not supposed to be given this, because there is no use in giving this knowledge to them, right? I'll try to cover the next sloka. 68. Hope you can see.
That's it.
Please chant. Ya idam paramam guhyam
Idam
Yeah, idam
paramam
param
guhyam
Yam
madbhakteshvabhidhasyati
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 bhaktim mai param krutva
bhaktim
bhaktim
me
bhaktim
mai
param
mai
krutva
param
param
krutva
Mame Vaishyatya Samsayah.
mame
mame
vaishyatya
vaishyasya
samsayah
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 Let's chant together. Ya idam
idam
paramam
paramam guhyam
guhyam
madbhakteshvabhidhasyati
madbhakteshvabhidhasyati
bhakti
bhaktim
bhaktim
mai
mai
param
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 krutva
krutva
mame
mame
vaishyatya
vaishyasya
samsayah
samsayah.
This particular sloka is very, very important in a different sense. So when
Our group name
when
itself is that.
um,
You named our group as, Avidas. You say,
yes,
from this shloka
yes,
only,
yes, yes. Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we wanted to publish the videos in YouTube, and so the question was there, like, what should we name this YouTube channel as? So Lord Krishna gave us the answer, right? So uh, what Lord Krishna is saying is, Yaha madbhakteshu abhidhasyati. Yaha, one who or whoever, madbhakteshu abhidhasyati, who explains in detail or teaches Madbhakteshu among my devotees. Abhidhasyati is one who is explaining in detail, one who is expounding, teaching, all these. Like pravachana is like a word that we can use, non-English word, but maybe a lot of people understand. But one who is explaining in detail. Okay, that is abhidhasyati. So what happens? Idam paramam guhyam, this supreme valuable mystery or knowledge. So one who is explaining this this supreme valuable knowledge in detail to my devotees. Saha, that person, Saha is understood. Mai param bhaktim krutva. After doing, krutva is after doing or after acquiring. Mai param bhaktim, supreme devotion in me. After acquiring supreme devotion in me, mam eva eshyati, attains me alone. Asamseyaha, without doubt. So Lord Krishna is saying, whoever is teaching this, whoever is explaining this in detail to my devotees, okay, their bhakti will increase. They acquire supreme devotion to me, in me, and they will attain me alone. They will attain me only. Asamseyaha, without doubt. Right? So abhidhasyati is the one, the explaining in detail. So whatever we are doing in Bhagavad Gita, this YouTube channel, and going through this satsang is what we are explaining in detail to all the devotees. Not only all of you attending this session, but hopefully, in future, millions of people. And not just, of course, the people who have asura qualities, people who do not like Paramatma, or those who are not willing to listen and learn, who are not really, spending any effort in terms of, the tapas and the austerities, or not showing any quality of a devotee, like, surrendering to one who is giving the message, or to the message itself. If they don't have the quality, they're not going to turn it on. They're simply going to go next, next, next. But if one is a devotee, or at least having the inherent quality of a devotee, if we are able to explain this in detail to those devotees, whoever is doing that will be attaining Paramatma without doubt. Okay, so that's what Lord Krishna is assuring. So it is explaining in detail, but first we have to study, right? It's not that somebody can simply start explaining. In order for us to study, recite, then we need to listen first, right? So listen, learn, and teach. So the teaching is the third step. Lord Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, it's always, he goes from, stepwise, right? So he's giving the final step. Final step is about Bhagavad Gita. Whoever is giving this message to my devotees is the one who will reach me, who will attain me without a doubt. Right. So then he talks about those who are reciting, learning, and then later he talks about those who are listening. The next two slokas. Okay, and now we are almost it's time. I thought we will go through more slokas, but yeah. So the abhidasyati is the word that came from Lord Krishna.
That's our channel's name, YouTube channel
Yes.
name.
Yes.
Noticed today, actually. I was just listening to your last week's talk, but then I saw that Abhidasyati today. I didn't notice until today. I used to listen to your YouTube video.
Oh.
Click on that, right? Yeah, right, Balaji. I never saw that. Today I just saw that. Oh, Abhidasyati is channel name. Yeah, I observed that.
So Lord Krishna is saying whoever is doing abhidhasyati is the one who is explaining, one who is teaching, right? So what we are saying is, I am like the channel is saying that I am doing it, right? So when I am saying that, Badri Garu or Balaji Garu is abhidhasyati, the third person doing it. But when I am doing it, I have to say abhidhasyami.
Yeah,
Sanskrit.
self, right? Yeah, aham, right? Yeah, me. Yeah.
Yeah. So karoti is your
Yeah.
the
Aha.
third person.
First person.
Karomi is I am doing it.
Yeah. Third person. The third person. First person, right?
Right.
First person. Sorry.
So that YouTube channel is the one which is teaching, which is explaining, or through YouTube channel we are explaining. So that is abhidhasyami.
Yeah, Uttam Purusha, right? You're doing Uttam Purusha and Pradam Purusha.
Yeah. Very good, Andy. Yeah. So again, hopefully, that's the right thing, right way of saying it. But Lord Krishna is saying the other person, whoever is so third person,
Yeah.
is doing it. I'm talking in terms of English, third person, first person, second person, third person. But in Sanskrit, it's Uttama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Pradama Purusha, something like that, right? So so the Lord Krishna is referring to the third person. The other person who is explaining will reach me. So this third person, that is the through YouTube channel, what we are saying is, I am explaining this about Bhagavad Gita to all the devotees. And Bhagavad Gita Abhidasyami, right? So whoever is listening and learning, right? And practicing the principles that are given in Bhagavad Gita, they are on the path towards liberation, right? The fact that the action of explaining itself is Lord Krishna is going to say later. We'll go through that. That is the
Lost again. Fortunately, almost old.
the liberated state.
We lost you again. Yeah, for a few seconds. Yeah, you froze.
Can you hear me now?
No, I think it's still a little lag, but it's okay. I can hear you.
Yeah. So there is no guarantee, but Lord Krishna is saying that this is the ultimate thing anybody can do.
Right.
In this, whatever actions that anybody, I mean, it's not that everybody can do this, right? But with Acharya's blessings, with constant practice, if you are able to reach that state, there's nothing better than this in this all sets of activities that Lord Krishna mentioned. Right? So hopefully we are we are on that path, towards that the ultimate state, our goal, to reach our goal. All of us, those who are teaching, those who are learning, those who are practicing, and those who are listening, all of us are on the path towards liberation. And because this is the most, ishtam, means most liking things, most pleasing thing for Paramatma. And when we do the most pleasing thing to him, then we are on the right state. I know we are over time, but like whatever Lord Krishna gave in Bhagavad Gita, the last sloka from Arjuna, like we'll cover that in the next session. But Lord Arjuna says, Karishye vachanam tava. So after listening to everything, Arjuna says that I shall act according to your word. Okay. So after Lord Krishna gave this message to us, if we are like Arjuna, we say, Karishye vachanam tava, I shall act according to what you said. If we do that, we are on the right path. But unfortunately, a lot of us listen, and then even though we may have the knowledge, we don't follow this. Right? I mean, Acharya is like Lord Krishna is Acharya there. He's giving the message to us, Jagadacharya. And Arjuna is the greatest disciple. He said, I'm going to do whatever you say. But unfortunately, today, if Acharya says something, the disciples listen. They claim that you are my Acharya, you are my Swami and all that. But, they don't practice this principle of Karishye Vachanam Tava. That's the gap. So if we are able to, after listening to the whole Bhagavad Gita, as Arjuna said, Karishye Vachanam Tava, and just acted as Lord Krishna said, according to Lord Krishna's wishes, Lord Krishna's words. If we do the same thing, then we are on the path to liberation. Again, Abhidasyati is one of those, right? So Abhidasyami, as Lord Krishna said, that this is the best thing that we can do for him. And listening is the best thing. Listening, learning, and practicing is the best thing for everybody. Of course, it's not that we continue to listen, right? We have to continue to listen to Swamiji and all the acharyas that have given the message to us and practice it. That's the best thing that we can do. Okay. Thank you. Let's conclude. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. श्रीमन्नारायणाय समर्पयामि. सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः.
Jai Shri Maharaj.
जय श्रीमन्नारायण.
Jai Shri
जय श्री.
Jai Shrimanana, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jai श्रीमन्नारायण.